What is up, guys? So, we finally got the Docks Warehouse after a couple of days playing off and on. Um, just my camera here. And shit. Now I can pretty much like I want to do a giant mixing like station here to get up to 8 mixes. Um I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the barn exclusively just bud and have it the first stage. So stock up as much bud as I could possibly get. Move my people over here that I don't need over there. I really just need the growers to stock it up. And then I will transport it myself by the truckloads and pretty much get all of my mixing equipment that's already over there, plus some more. So we need to actually go. We need to go over here. And we need to purchase more mixing stations because we have 2. We need 8 total. So we have 5 now. But we're going to get rid of them all at the we're going to get rid of them all at the barn because we don't need them there. So we'll hit up Dude and we'll get 3 more mixing stations. And then also, I would say another packet. Well, we got 2 more packet stations, so we don't need the packet stations at all, actually. And we have the people to do what I want to do. But as of now, I need to go grab my bed and well, sleep first, then grab my bed. I did a little bit of rearranging. I pretty much nixed any other substances right now until I get the bud, that I want to make, my final product. I don't really want to look anything up, like the meta and all that, because I kind of want to just do it myself. So it may not be the best, but we're going to figure it out. As far as, what we can get and experiment with it. It just wouldn't be any fun to look it up, I don't think. I've seen some, like, looking at YouTube help. I've seen, like, the best mixes, but I feel like that's going to ruin it. So I don't want to do that. But I do need to get this Red Bull out. Oh, I painted my van green, by the way. What they're making now, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna kind of like, you know what? I should keep these. I should keep these here, and then bring them back because my mixing station is going to be new over there. I don't want them to start making just one mixed products. So we need to get rid of these packing stations and the mixing stations. And then we got plenty of storage here. We might just leave it, honestly. We need to go back to the docks warehouse with all of this with us. Maybe move the lockers also. But I really just want to build like the whole thing. So we got 8 mixing stations, 4 packing stations. This will just stay here until I figure out what I want to do with that. We got a lot of storage racks over there already. So I think we got everything that we need. Chemists do they do 4. I thought they did 3. So we need to move one of my chemists over there to the docks warehouse. You're not doing anything, so go over there now, bro. And we need to, oh goodness, we need to drop this off on the way there at my storage rack. I got rid of all of my like jars that aren't this, and I'm just gonna let the dealers sell this off until I get my final mixes. So I haven't been doing any orders because I'm practically burnt out on orders. Because I've been doing so many just to get enough money to get the docks warehouse and all that. So I'm done selling for a while. It was quite monotonous, not gonna lie. So I'll let the dealers do their thing. They make pretty good money. As long as I keep them in stock. I got rid of all the like experimental jars though. Like these little baggies here. Just take up too much room. So I'm just gonna get rid of all the baggies and then just give the dealers the jars. Because they just take up too much room. And when I get my final 8 mix product, it'll be worth more. And they'll still be selling anyways. So I got rid of all that. Let's go collect our cash from everybody. Should have a decent amount, I would say. Bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you need some bud, dude. Shit. Which way are you going? I gotta drop off all this bud to these people. To my dealers before I get started. Oh, shit, wrong guy. Wrong guy. Alright. Let's find him. He's down here. Hey, dude, you need this shit. That should last you a while. And then we gotta go hit up, what's her name, too. Get her money. Need 5 stacks. I want them selling while I'm building this whole thing here. She's over there. Cool. I think she's out of product, actually. That'll give me more money. So right now I just need growers. Growers, growers, growers. And they are making it plenty fast. So if I just specifically have growers at the barn, then I could focus on just transporting. There you go. There, all of my dealers are good. That's empty. So now I can go back, get my Red Bull. Not gonna lie, I did get kind of burnt out on this game. Seems like it's more or less just dealing. I know that the rival cartel got voted in, and the game's in development, so if they added some kind of like where you got to actually fight your rival cartel, which is actually passed. So, but when that comes, maybe it'll spice things up, because really the only thing to do is the casino, and it's only open at night, you know, which makes sense, but it kind of oh, it gets kind of boring. It was cool at first, but now it's kind of boring. You can make pretty good money, but like any casino, you lose it. So we got all of our Red Bull. We'll get that. Then that'll be kind of the first step here as far as what I need to do. So I got a handler there. I got 2 chemists there now. But I'm gonna need a lot of different mixes for that place. So let me send one of my handlers actually. So I'll have 2 handlers, 2 chemists. Yeah. And then the handlers can, these 2 handlers at first will just be moving my products to the mixing stations. So as of right now, oops, let me grab my bed before I forget. And then I'm stuck at 4 a.m. I think they did that so you can't just farm, leave your computer on and farm and not really be active, which is, you know, it makes sense. Because people would just leave their computer on for their gaming and then just make bukus of money. They wouldn't have to do anything. The only downside to the docks, honestly, is there's a police barrier right there that comes in. So once you get through, it's not bad, but sometimes you get locked out with the barrier. See, I think there's a barrier. There's a barrier here. Thank God they didn't search me. So I would have to pretty much run down there with all of my stuff, past the police, sleep where the barrier's not there anymore, and then do my deliveries, which makes it a little more challenging, but that's okay. That makes it, I think it's fun. Need to figure out where the center is here. So that's the center. let's say four mixing stations. Like that. Turn the lights on. So you have all your mixing stations right here. Then your packing stations. I feel like I'm not going to need a lot of them. I don't know. Maybe move these up. Like one. It's bothering me that it's not center. I don't know if that's going to be a thing that's possible. That's center. Okay. So let's put that like a little farther out, just like that. And then move all these. Yeah. There we go. And he could pack. And then his storage. So we got four mixes here, right? There's four on each side. So this could be the packaging for the for that, to stock that up. And then the packaging for stocking that up could go here, or maybe somewhere over here. I don't know. I don't, actually, I got a better idea. I want to put them separate. The chemists can all do their thing in here. Back here will be the packaging. Where is the center? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know where the center's at. We're just gonna have to deal with that. I think I got lucky actually. Yeah, that looks pretty close. Maybe it needs to go over one. About there. Yeah, 'cause you got a gap there. You got a gap. Yeah, it's about the same. All right. And then these would be storage for those. But we need these. We need 4 of these for the mixing. No, the doors are bothering me. Well, I'll just have them here. I'll have them here. They'll just have to walk over, store all of these. Then at the same time, I would have to have more handlers to bring products. That's 4 steps. Hmm. I would need 4 handlers or 6 handlers. Well, 4 or 2 chemists can do 4 stations. I guess I would need 8 handlers to be able to do the moving and the packing. So that's what I'll do. So we need to assign these chemists. We don't have a locker yet, but we can assign them. Pretty much they would go from here here, here, and here. And then these mixing stations, the destination would go here. This destination would go here. And this destination would go here. And then that would be the first step. That would be 4 mixes. And then that destination I suppose would go here. So we need these 2 actually. So the first product would be this one. And then the 4th product or the 4th mix would be here, in which it would move here to the other side. Boom. And then this handler would get it from here. This is where I would drop off the bud. No, that's already grown and made, the bud, the fresh bud. I would drop it off here, 160, and then he would just Since it's a minute wait between each one anyway. So there, there, then no, we don't need that rack. We don't need the rack because we can move the destination here to the next one. And then this destination here to that one. Here. And then here. And then this destination would go here. Oh, goodness. It can get kind of confusing a little bit, but so this destination to here, 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 move all the way down to 8 mixes, and then that would come to here, which another handler would pretty much take this up take this and then bring it up here. So, okay. So now we need to assign this chemist to the other stations. And then the destination for this last one would go here. Perfect. So now we pretty much have everything. We got 4 racks for 4 mixes, a input for the bud from the barn, and output from all 8 mixes to here, and all of the racks for the 4 different mixes, which is perfect. So now we've designated them. So let's designate our handlers now. And okay. So those 2 would be his. And then so maybe 6 packing stations. So let's move those. We're going to need 6 packing stations back here. I don't even know how many fit along this wall here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 packing stations. Keeping 6 packing stations is going to be stocked. Is going to be difficult, I would say, but maybe not, because we could probably get 2 large here, 2 large here, 2 large here in this area. So 1 here, and then 1 along the wall. It's 2. I think there'd be enough for a large. So we need to assign him to these four or these three. And then now he has those. So the routes would be for this guy would be from here to the first destination, and then from here this would be the first destination of the mixes, which would go here, right? So that bud to here, that first station to here as well. And then also, so we got three more. Also from here to here, and then from 3 to here, and 4 to here. Perfect. So it'd be there to there, first mix there. The chemist would transport it and mix it all the way to this point, and then the last step would be here, in which this chemist would take over. In which the other chemist would take over, and now this station here would be the bud for him, which would be this handler here. So his assigned station would be this one plus two others here to no. That's not right. We don't need that. This will be the final product. So he would just go from here to there. He would so he would go from he, here to there, and then here to there, and then here to there, and then this one would come up and go back over here like the other side, and then he would go from here to here. right? And then final product here. Yeah, that would work perfectly, I think. So now we need to order a bunch of shit when you go to sleep first. And just kind of watch what happens. But we got to go back and get all the loose bud as well after we drop the Red Bull off. We got to bring our van down. But we wouldn't have to do that afterwards because the delivery drivers would come through the barriers. So it wouldn't matter. And then it'd be good. They don't have lockers, so they can't do anything yet. But 160 at a time would be what's going on. We need more storage racks from our other place. We need a lot of storage racks. We need to send all of our handlers over there. Pretty much all of our storage racks that aren't being used right now, we're going to bring over there. And in addition to that, we're going to grab all the loose bud that we can fit in the van. And then tell some handlers to go over there as well. These two. Go to the docks warehouse, yes. You also go to the docks warehouse. Yes. And we have enough chemists. Got 2 handlers. The growers will stay here. We can get more trash people and growers just straight here. And let's get some more loose buds. I think we're full on our van. We can get 2 more loose buds. Alright, cool. So let's hightail the hell out of here. Go back to the docks warehouse. Yeah, and all we got to do is go left. And then right. Or actually, it's not even a right. Ooh. So loose buds go here. Probably need to move this in more. There we go. Because the cops are going to come. What are storage racks? More storage racks. I'm going to need more here for the packaging. Like that. There. 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 That's not going to fit. 2 of these may fit. I don't know. They may not fit. We'll find out, I guess. All right. So for now, we're just gonna store these. Get them all over here. Until we can get some more, get all of our shit over here. All right. So all these people are here. Staring at me. Check for police. The barrier is up. So all right. Yeah. I'm just gonna figure it out. As far as how to set all this up. And then once I get it set up, I'll show you what I did on the next episode as far as getting all these mixes done. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just trying to increase the value of what we're selling because there's a 10 million net worth achievement. And I'm sure as hell not trying to do that with basic one mixes. So yeah, appreciate you watching. That's the update on what's happening so far. And if you want to continue to get updates on my future videos for this game, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next episode. All right, peace out.